Let's see what is domestic income. See, income which is generated inside the territory of any country, such income is called domestic income. So, when some income is earned inside the geographical, India is like this, okay? So, inside that, Kashmir to Kanyakumari and Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh, inside that, if we earn some money, that money is, that income is known as domestic income. Very simple to understand. And income which are earned or generated inside geographical boundaries of any country, that is known as domestic income. Any income which are earned inside the geographical boundary of a company. For example, a country person is there, all the person who is working in India, that does not have any connection with foreign and international or multinational, any aspect does not. It should have fully, solely to the domestic company. The person should be an Indian person, the company should be an Indian company, the money should be an Indian money. All the categories should be of domestic, that it's known as a domestic income. Okay, let's go back to our topic, national income. National income means the total money of all final goods and service produced in a country during a particular period of time. So, national income is an income which is the total money of any country that is earned after the final goods and service, after selling the final goods and service for a particular year, for a particular period of time. For example, there is a goods, for example, this is a total, so 100%. This 100% income, this should have during 1 year of time, and after selling the final output of all the products, that income is known as national income. One more way to understand, for example, so this is India, okay? Inside this, if the person is earning here, okay, is earning here factor income, and he is earning outside. For example, he is earning in Sri Lanka, okay, he is earning in Sri Lanka. He is also factor income. Some person is here, it is here earning in a company, and some person is earning somewhere in a company, or one whole individual is there. So what happens when a person, one individual who is working in India, that income is a national income. The individual who is working outside, for example, you take the player, Virat Kohli is there, he is an Indian, resident Indian, and he is playing outside India. That income is also considered as a national income. And the companies like Indian company, whatever company that is has the origin in Indian company, and whatever earning from that company, that is a national income for us. Few companies like Tata, like Reliance, like Infosys, that is Indian company, but they are set up in USA, they are set up in Japan, they are using Korea. So all those companies also, because it belongs to India, that will also comes under the national income. An easy way to understand, whatever income is earned by an Indian resident, that income is known as national income. Whatever income is earned by the Indian resident, that income is known as national income. Whether it's an individual person, group of person, a company, a national company, a multinational company, any company, but it should have a resident in one country. That income are known as national income. So it can be outside of the country or inside of the country, but it should have an impact on the Indianness. For example, it's India means Indian. So that's what it's saying. National income is the total money of final goods and service produced during the particular term. So national income is total money. The total money a country has after selling the final goods and services to a particular period of time. For example, we take a year of 2018 and 19. In the 2018-19, whatever value of goods or service that the country has sold, and whatever income has been generated for that year, that income is known as national income. Is it to understand? Let's go to the basic concept of national income. We have the various basic concepts: GDP, NDP, GNP, NNP at market price, NNP at factor cost, personal income, disposable income, per capita income, real income, and GDP default. Okay, let's go by one by one. GDP, gross domestic product income. Okay, in this what happened? The total of per capita income we use here. In the market value of firm, goods and service produced within during the year. So whatever goods and service produced during the year, that aspect will be taken here in the GDP, gross domestic product. Whatever market value of here, see here what will take the market value. The market value of any good and value will be taken here. This can be calculated with the formula of C plus I plus G minus XM. So you can calculate the gross domestic product with the help of C plus I plus D plus in bracket X minus. C is consumption, I is income, G is government, X is export and minus M. M is an import. So this is what comes under the four cycle of the production. So this comes under that. See, GDP can be calculated after. First we should add the consumption with the income, investment, and we should add the government, and thus we should minus the export and import. So export rate should be positive and it can be a negative also in many cases. NDP, net domestic product. See what is that? Let's see. It refers to the production value of output the country economic has during the particular year. So it is nothing but the net output. It's nothing but net output a country has. Net output a country has during the year. This can be calculated as GDP minus depreciation. So after calculating the GDP, this value minus depreciation. Depreciation means any value of stock, any value of asset that's just decreasing. That value you should take and minus. So GDP minus depreciation, you will get the NDP. Okay. Next one is GNP, gross national product. This GNP can be measured at the final consumption of goods. When the goods are finally consumed, that time we can utilize and we can take the effect on GNP. So when a person, for example I am a person, when I consume the final goods and service of any product, then only we can calculate the GNP. We can calculate GNP with the help of C plus I plus G X minus M plus R minus P. Okay, with the help of this formula we can easily identify the GNP. So C is consumption, I is investment, G is a government, export, import, R minus I, rate of interest and price. Okay, it's nothing but rate of interest and price. Okay, in the final territory of rate and price. Okay, so with the help of GDP, see same formula we have C plus I plus G, export and import. Till here we will find, plus that we'll add the rate and the price. We'll add that also. Okay, so next one we have net national product, NNP at a market price. We have two subdivisions for this, NNP at a market price, NNP at a factor cost. Okay, so let's see the first. Net national product refers to the value of net output of the company during the year. So the value of net product value, we identify here the net product value at the end of the year in the market price. We'll see it how we should calculate GNP minus depreciation. So this one, this GNP minus depreciation. So when you calculate this one, from this when you minus, you will get the depreciation, and minus depreciation you will get the NNP at a market price. Let's see NNP at a factor price. It refers to the value of output. Value of output, where NNP factor is the total income payment made. So here what happens? It is also the output, but here the total income has to be utilized in a cost way, in a factor cost way. Okay, to calculate this, it's a very simple formula. Price minus indirect tax plus subsidies. The formula for NNP, net national product at factor cost, is price minus indirect tax plus subsidy. So you will have a price. For example, you have a 10,000 price. In that, you just minus the income tax of 1,500. So how much? 8,500. In that, you will have some subsidies by the government. So 500 is the subsidy means 9,000 will be your NNP at a factor cost. Okay. Let's see what is personal income. Personal income is the total income received by individuals of a country from all sources before paying the direct tax. So this income is what? For example, I am a person and I have earned the money from the various sources I have. I may have various sources. What are the sources I have? I may be an employee of an organization. From that I will get the salary, right? I have a house, so from house I will get a rent. I have a capital, from that I will get a interest. I have a agriculture, from agriculture I will get a agricultural land, I can get a profit. I have a business also, from the business also I can get a profit. So these are the various sources I can have, from that I will earn the income. This income, when you minus with the tax, that is known as personal income. So when the individual income, for example I am individual, I have 5 to 6 sources of income. That income when minus with the tax, you will get the personal income. The formula for this is national income okay. So to identify the personal income, this corporate profit, the corporate profit before the security exchange, that profit plus TP, what is transfer payment, this transfer payment. So while doing any work, that will have a transfer. For example, many type of business is there. That business has to be transferred. The payment has to be transferred by in one account. So it means a personal account we are paying. It means all the necessary accounts should be transferred to that. So that payment plus the profit, the corporate profit after the security contribution and the security contribution also. This corporate profit plus TP. For example, I have a corporate profit of rupees 2 crore. And the transfer payment is around 50 lakhs. So around together 2.50. So this is what the total payment will be done as for the personal income. Okay. Let's see what is disposable income. Disposable income is also known as disposable personal income. It is the individual income after the payment of income tax. So this is nothing but when an individual pays the income tax, after paying the income tax, whatever income is there, that income is known as disposable income. For example, I am a person and I am a salaried person. I am working in an organization, and for that salary, that income, I have to pay the income tax. After paying the tax, whatever money is left with me, that is known as disposable income. How to calculate it? It's very simple. Personal income minus income tax. Personal income minus income tax. Whatever income I have, in that if minus the income tax, I will get the disposable income. Next one, per capita income. Let's see what is per capita income. The average income of a person of a country in a particular year is called capital. So the average capital, average profit, average income of an individual in a year is known as per capita income. How we can calculate this is national income divided by population. How we can calculate? The national income divided by the population. So for a country there is around 400 crore, 400 billion of national income, and we have the 2.3 crore million people in that. So this divided by this, you can get the per capita income. It's nothing but how many person in a country is earning, how many person in a country is an income person and how it earns in a during particular. So very easy to understand. The total income of a nation divided by the total population of the nation, you can get the real per capita income. Okay. Next one, real income. Real income is a part of nominal income. Nominal income is known as the general price level of any income in a particular year. So this is also, it's a part of nominal income, and that is nothing but the general income generated in the particular year. So how to calculate is very simple. So income at current period divided by P1 bar P0. Okay, so whatever income we have in the current period, that income should be divided by P1 and P0. What is P1? Price index during the year, price index in a previous year. So you take your current year income and you should take the index value of current year divided by index value of last year. By doing that, you can understand the real income of individual. Okay, GDP defaulter. What is GDP defaulter? It's a index of price changes of goods and services. So it's nothing but an index which is a change to goods or service. How to calculate is nominal of GDP divided by real GDP into 100. Okay, so it's a combination of per capita and real income. What happened here? We identify whether the all goods and services has been fully utilized to analyze the national income. To understand that, we should take the per capita and real income. We'll take both nominal of GDP. We know that per capita is what? It's aspect of national income divided by population. When you take the entire national income and you take the entire population, you get the benefit of that. That plus the real income, the nominal income that a person has. That income divided, when you divide the real income with that and into 100, you will get the GDP defaulter.